I have Republican friends, I have Democratic friends, and I have independent friends. I considered myself, for the most part, a conservative Republican. So let's start from there because I think that every one of those types of people deserve as much credit and thoughtfulness as anybody else. And that's the difference between me and Trump and this administration. And I'll get to that in a moment. But if you don't respect your fellow citizens, no matter what their persuasion, then there's something wrong with you because they have every right to express that opinion. I tend to think it should be fact based instead of emotionally based, but that's the world that I've lived in most of my life. I have no problem with, and not only had no problem with, I think it's a good thing to deport people from this country who have been convicted of serious crimes in their own home country, or even in this country if it's legally permissible to do so. I do have a problem, and I can understand people disagreeing with me, is simply deporting people who did not dot the I's and cross the T's in coming to this country and are deemed to be either undocumented. Other people call them illegal because I think that develops more of an emotional reaction. Those people don't get services from us. They don't get welfare from us. They get some benefit if they go to the hospital in the emergency room because the hospital will get some payment. But I think that has to be weighed against the damage to the economy on a state by state basis of people who are working jobs that most Americans really don't want to work. And you're kidding yourself if you think that they're taking high paying jobs away from Americans. But that's subject to a reasonable discussion. What isn't subject to a discussion, in my view, is the way that ICE is going about what they're doing and the reaction of the administration. ICE is bludgeoning people. They're threatening people. I don't believe anybody has a right, or at least rarely have a right to appear in a mask when engaging in the operations that ICE is doing. They have no right to break into houses without a judicial warrant. They have no blanket right to start shooting people. And the administration has no business condemning people who have been shot before they know any of the facts, because that's what is, in my view, one of the major prompts of this is nobody's being held accountable because Trump and Noem and the rest of that administration immediately start screaming domestic terrorists for people who have been shot. That's un-American. It's not right, and it's the reaction to what's going on that is particularly reprehensible. And it tells me that if the administration even agrees to some guidelines, they won't honor them because they don't honor the truth.